It's 6 in the morning and I have nothing else to do. Why not do an El País expert puzzle? Hello and welcome and good morning to everyone. We will get started right away with this puzzle. And we will get started, I think, with a 7 because we have a 7 blocking here and a 7 blocking here. So one of these must be a 7. This goes to 7 blocks here. This 7 blocks here and this 7 blocks here. So we found our first digit, a 7. The second number must be a 4. A couple of 4s block across and a 4 blocks up. So a 4 goes here. I think we can do at least one more 7. Look here, this 7 blocks across here. This 7 blocks up here. So one of these must be a 7 blocking down. This 7 blocks up. This 7 blocks across. This 7 blocks across. Here's a free cell for a 7. And we can do an 8 in block 3. And here's how. This 8 blocks up, this 8 blocks across. One of these must be an 8 blocking across. This 8 blocks across and this 8 blocks up. So we have an 8 here. These two 8s block here. This 8 blocks here. Here's an 8. And that opens up a 4, I think, for block 9, because we have a 4 blocking down here, across here, and across here. So here's a 4. And now we're going to have a 4 here, because these 3 4s block everything else in block 6. And that gives us this 4 here, doesn't it? We have a 4 blocking here and here and here and here. And that completes the 4s for today. There is an easy 5 to be found in row 5. And here is how. This 5 blocks here, this 5 blocks here. One of these must be a 5 blocking here. Therefore, this must be a 5. And that gives us a 5 here, because 5 blocks down, 5 blocks over, 5 blocks up. So the 5 must go here. We have a 3 in row 8, 2 3s blocking here, ergo a 3 must go here. 1 and 6 are waiting for us here, but we can't place them yet. What we can place is a 2, it must go here, because this 2 blocks across. And a 1 and a 9 for these two positions, we can place those, because 9 for column 7 is blocked here and here, and the only available square now is here. And this therefore must be a 1, which blocks down here, giving us a 1 here. And now we know that this must be the 6. This 6 blocks across, the 6 blocks up, we have a 6 here, which blocks down here, this 6 blocks up. We're going to have a 6 here or here. One and 7 missing here, the 1 blocks over. 7 here, 1 here. 2 and 5 here, they will have to wait. Here a 6, 9, and a 7, I think they will also have to wait. What can't wait though is a 9. It must go here because this 9 blocks across, this 9 blocks up, this 9 blocks across. We need a 7 for the top row. This 7 blocks all of these squares, and this 7 blocks this square, so the 7 must go here. We are going to have a 2 or a 3 here, and we're going to have an 8 and a 9 in 2 of these squares here. And since, as I said, this can't be a 9 must go in this row. And we have a 9 blocking here, we have a 9 blocking here, and we have a 9 blocking here. So here is where the 9 goes. We can do a little more work up here in block number 2. There's a 1 and a 6 blocking here. There's a 1 and a 6 blocking here. So 1 and 6 go in these 2 positions, right? And therefore, these 2 squares must be a 2-3 pair. That's not super helpful, but maybe something will turn up here or here that will make it more clear how to complete row 3. The 7 and the 9 here forces a 7 and a 9 to go in these 2 positions. Therefore, these must be a 1 and an 8. So we are going to find a 1 either here or here. And if these are 1 and 8, then these have got to be a 2, 6, and a 3. Again, there doesn't seem to be much we can do with that information. But we also have, looking at this column, a 1 and an 8 blocking here. So 1 and 8 can't go here. 1 and 8 must go here and here. So that tells me that this is a very good candidate for a 1 and an 8 pair. And so is this, because we need a 2, 1, and an 8 to complete the row. 2 blocks here, so this is a 1, 8. I'm too lazy to figure out if this is really true, if we have a 1, 8 pair here, because that would make this a 2, and this a 3, and this a 2, and this a 2, and this a 5. I'm not going to do any chains now. There must be an easier way to complete the puzzle. We also have a 2 and a 3 possibility here. So 2s and 3s and 1s and 8s seem to be the keys to this puzzle today. Because we also have a 2 and a 3 here. 6 blocks here, 6 blocks here. One of these is a 6, and we need 2, 3, 6 for these squares. So we have a 2, 3 here as well. We could play with a unique rectangle and saying that these are 2 and 5. I know we have a 2 and a 5 here because these are 1 and 6. So there's no way that this can be a 2 or a 5. It's going to be a 3. I can feel that, but I'm going to work my way around the unique rectangle today. But I know it's going to be a 3. But I'll just try to not let this knowledge influence the solve. Instead, let me discover that a 2 must go here because this is a 1, 6. 2 blocks here, 2 blocks here, 2 blocks here. So look at this. We found a 2. So it's definitely not a 2 or a 3 anymore. Now we have 3 and 6 here. And we also discussed how this is a 2 or a 3 and this is a 2 or a 3. If one of these now is a 3, it follows that this must be a 2 and this must be a 3. The 2 forces a 5 to go here and a 2 here. So yes, as I was expecting, this is a 3. But we found it the logical way and not the, I know about unique rectangles way. Now a 2, 8 and a 9 here. And therefore 5 here. We should be able to do something with the 3s now, should we? No, not yet. 3 blocks over and down, so 3 here. We can place a 2 here, because the 2 blocks here and the 2 blocks here. So the 2 for column 2 has got to go here, and these now 8 and 9. 9 blocks this square, it must be an 8, and this must be a 9, which now forces a 9 to go here and here. 6 and 7 here. 7 blocks over, 6 here, 7 here, and therefore here. Now we can deal with the 3 and the 6 we had here. The 6 forces a 3 here. 6 must go here. A 1 goes here. And therefore here. The last number here must be a 5. And that gives us a 5 here. 2 and 3 here. 2 blocks down. 3 must go here. 2 here. And here we have a what? An 8. Yeah. So 8 blocks over and down, we have a 8 here. I do remember we also had a 3 in those places because this 3 blocks over and this blocks down. So we have a 3 and an 8 here. And that means that we can solve the 8 1 here now, because an 8 blocking down gives me a 1 here and an 8 here. The 1 here finally gives me a 6 and a 1 in these two squares. This new 1 blocks down, this 1 blocks up, here's a 1. And I knew that this was going to be a 1 or an 8. I knew it. And now here too. 3, 6, and 8 to be placed to complete the puzzle. Let's begin with this square. It must be a 6. Now we have a 6 here and a 3 here. Therefore, we have a 3 here and we have an 8 here. And that's it. Maybe I'm just in a good mood this morning, but this puzzle felt quite pleasing. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.